Spooky season is here with Halloween just 21 days away. It's of course a fun holiday for little ones, but how do you keep your children safe amidst the thrills and chills of the season?
Not to mention the chill in the air is now leading us to the prime time for cold and flu season. Hooray! So here are tips on how to keep your kids safe on every front. We have the founder of the Pediatrician Mom and the owner of Warm Heart Pediatrics in Tyson's Corner, Dr. Krupa Playforth. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm a little starstruck because I follow you on Instagram and I get a lot of my knowledge from there. You are so good at helping us out on all fronts. I know we're going to start with Halloween today. Kids are trying to choose their costumes. Anything you recommend to keep them safe?
Yeah, so when I think about Halloween safety, I think about it in kind of three broad categories. You're picking the costumes right now. Pick something that is comfortable and warm and they're not going to trip in, something that allows them to see well, and obviously they need to be visible at night. So I recommend adding like a glow-in-the-dark necklace or reflective tape, something that's going to make that costume more visible.
Yeah.
The other things to keep in mind on trick-or-treating night are street safety. Most parents don't realize that a child is on average twice as likely to be hit by a car on Halloween compared to any other night of the year.
Wow.
So it's really important, even for children that are otherwise pretty good about following street safety rules. They might get overwhelmed, they might get excited. Just remind them they need to stick to the pavements, that they need to wait and cross at crosswalks, just the normal things that you would remind them of anyway.
Good friendly reminder.
And then remind them also not to jump into that candy stash before.
That's hard.
It is hard. But, I mean, there's the parent tax, but also we're seeing increasingly things like THC candy and fentanyl and things like that, and they're marketed to look like candy. It can be really hard to tell. So it's really important to just kind of go through that candy stash yourself and just pick out anything that might seem suspicious.
That is frightening.
Okay.
That is frightening.
That is scary.
And also, I mean, there's a way too for Halloween to keep it inclusive for everybody, right? Whether it's your child or a child in the neighborhood. What things do we need to know?
The Teal Pumpkin Project is an awesome idea, a new concept that is designed to be a little bit more inclusive for children with food allergies. If there is a teal pumpkin on a porch, it means that they have non-food items or allergy-friendly items available.
Okay.
And then it's also important to be inclusive of kids who have sensory issues, anxiety, kids who are not neurotypical, who might be a little bit overwhelmed by all of the excitement. If you see a child who is not acting the way that you would expect them to, I encourage everybody to just take a beat and be a little bit patient.
Especially some of these decorations of Halloween, I'm afraid of.
They can be scary.
I know they can.
Jump out at
for
you.
all of us. Okay, I got to ask you, because I'm gearing up for my sick days to stay home with the kids. How are we looking this season? Is it going to hit us hard? What are the biggest worries out there?
We are in respiratory season. It's here. In the DMV, we're seeing a lot of pneumonia right now. So if you have a child that's been coughing for a while, go check in with your pediatrician. In terms of keeping your kids safe, I wish that I had some kind of secret hack that was the magic way to keep your kids safe. Unfortunately, the things to do are not, they're kind of boring. You wash your hands well, stay home when you're sick, keep up with preventive health care. October is a great time to get your flu shot. And then I do encourage parents also to be aware of what the red flags are for when you need to go in to see your pediatrician. Know what increased work of breathing looks like in your kid. Know what signs mean that your child is dehydrated. And those things can be a little bit hard to identify. Talk to your pediatrician and make sure you're asking that question. At what point do I need to worry? Because inevitably, you guys know this, it's going to happen in the middle of the night, right?
Oh, yes.
Totally.
When you're closed. For sure.
Dr. Playforth, thank you so much for all of this great information.
It's very exciting to have you here. You can also follow the Pediatrician Mom on Instagram. I'll see you there in the comments. Or you can go to thepediatricianmom.com for more advice.